And we're back. And just as a warning, the headache I had, well, technically 2 days ago, it's after midnight now, when I did the last episode, hasn't got away. It's actually become worse. So I'm at the point I can't take more painkillers or I'll, ulcerate. I've just been kind of gulping V8 for the vitamins and iron. I moved the egg. I decided it was symmetrical enough, but I didn't like it there, so I moved it here. Which is nice and cozy, and you can see it from everywhere. If I go back up here, I can look at it down through the floor. And it's right there. And actually, why is that pillar there? I guess it just is. Yeah, it makes sense. Alright. Might as well be there. Oops. And if I go outside, look out. It's visible basically from 5 directions, 3 of which are out here. My insurance, agent doesn't like this, but I don't really care. There's a sheep out. I don't give a damn. Seriously, I'm not feeling well. Okay, so that makes today the perfect day to do something that's going to be damned impossible. I want to go back into the end and build an Enderman factory. You would think I could add an Enderman to this, where stuff is. But I can't because Chester says he has an Enderman egg. I want to be over here for a sec. But, why do I have that? I hate that. I have real boots. I don't need this. Just get it away from me. He wants 64 ender pearls for a, Enderman egg, and you can't stack 60. I can't have it. So, and ergo the name tag, I'm gonna go into the nether. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go into the end and build a factory based around an endermite, which I said I would never want to buy an egg for. There's a reason for that. You can't, and again, this is something you would think would work, if you just use an endermite egg, if you spawn one, cheatingly, the enderman will ignore it. That's probably good. And therefore, I can't just buy an enderman, I can't buy anything endery from Chester, it just doesn't work. So I'm gonna have to build a structure for the enderman to spawn on and then chase an endermite. I'm gonna have to name the endermite so it doesn't evaporate after 2 minutes. I'm not gonna name it name tag. I'm gonna name it, oops. Hit control, I don't know if that hurts anything. Binky. Binky the endermite, because I said so. Okay, what else? Name Binky, have iron, have wood, have tracks, have minecart, have glass. Have some torches. Go the wrong way. That might be about good enough. Damn it. Seriously, my head is just pulsing. It sucks. I'm kinda sorta used to it. Like, I've always had these. Which makes, when I talk about these headaches, I make them sound a lot less bad than they actually are. My vision is going at this point. It's already tunneling and starting to blur a bit. Gonna want some of these. Yeah, it's probably enough. Beyond that, I can get more if I need them. I think. If you throw one of these, you have a 5% probability of getting an endermite. So I just want to keep this row kind of ready. Am I forgetting anything else? I don't want to come back here. I can't think of anything else I need. Alright, let's go in here. Oh, damn. Okay, this isn't real important, it's just a fact. I need to, I've kind of never actually built a bridge over to here. Which, you know, I oughta, while I'm thinking about it, light things up a bit. Then these guys won't be here next time. How far away is this thing? Oh. Okay. That's gotta be the, this stuff. And this will get me to, I can get out, oh, yeah, I was gonna mention that at some point. I did this recently. I came back in here and expanded my little infinite water source. This way, I can stand in the water safely, antagonize the Enderman into coming over at me. Right, that doesn't really have to be there. No, you're not listening. Okay. And, they'll attack, but they won't actually be able to get to me because I'm in the water. Is that safe? So, yeah, and then the exit is right there. Which I suppose is actually why those, sheep were, or that one sheep was out. Oh, I gotta go down there. Going back and forth between, like, the nether and the end, or the nether and overworld, or end and... the system gets weird. It kinda... I need 2 sets of these. I want to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 128 blocks, meters away from this thing. Well, because obviously anything can, you know, Enderman can spawn on this. Apart from going a kilometer that way, there's nothing over here, which means any surface I allow them to spawn on, that'll be where they are. So I want to get over to about whatever the hell I was at, plus 128. I put the torch down on the obsidian at 100 by 0, so 228, but plus a couple because I had to, I think it's like 230. Wait, I just did that wrong. Because I said 230 while I was busy. So this bridge coming into the factory, oh wait, bad. Factory is going to be, nothing will spawn on it. And it'll actually kind of match up with the bottom, the basement of the factory. And I don't know if I have enough torches. I think well, I have 20 to go, so I haven't, that's 4 to go. That gets me to where I'm going. But then when I start... And nothing spawned, right? And then when I start, actually... Oh, you know what? Don't. Okay. Let's just go this way for a sec. I am where I want to be, right? 230 by 5, okay. Oops, ran out. Just to have kind of a platform here. Actually, I don't want to do that. I don't really need a platform, at least not quite this big, but I don't think it'll hurt anything. Wait, why does that say 6? I got talking instead of counting. Is that in the right place? Okay. Anyway, this will just take up a few blocks. I think I should have enough to survive. Yeah. I hope. Okay. And then I'll just kind of fill things in a bit. And get myself one of these guys out. Because I need... you can probably give me all that. And then I want 11 of these, which is less than 19. And a bunch of these. Actually, I'm only going to need 5 for 45. 9. Alright, so I think I'm essentially just going to do the same thing I did making an iron factory. I just got to figure out what the hell I'm... Okay, if that's the middle, then 1... There's a gap here, so 1... Yeah, this goes here. And then... That tells me that I can fill these in. And then put this one here. And... there. Oh, I did put down some I don't need. These don't need to be wood. And therefore I lost the wood. Yeah, this is where everything's going to hit. Probably. It depends whether I... It doesn't even depend. I don't think I'm going to build walls around it. I don't see a need. At least not immediately. I can do it later if I care that much. But I think a decent percentage of these guys should drop straight down and hit any of these 9. Incidentally, that could be a torch. Okay, now what do I have for wood? Right. Except... Yeah, let, in fact, get out of the way. Endermen have to fall more than 43 blocks to die. So if I make this 48 blocks up, they just will die. I could drop them 43 and then, you know, smack them with like a baked potato and they'd die, but... And then I would get the experience. But the basic fact is that Endermen give you like 5 experience points, which I can get from thumping a pig to death. Or so, somewhere in there. Like, blazes give me 20, so I think it's 20. So if I want experience, I know a better place to get it. You know, I'm going to leave this down a notch because I want to know where I came up. Alright, stick that. Actually, don't stick that there. Stick this there. And probably about there. That'll make more sense in a minute. Here's why I don't know how many torches I'm going to need. Ultimately, I'm going to need 0. Because obviously torches don't go up here because this is where Endermen are going to spawn and then fall to their deaths. But while I'm working, I don't want them spawning and just generally being in my way, and I sure as hell don't want them up here when the system starts up. And if I make this thing wide enough, they could spawn on the far corner. Although, I don't know how big I want this thing to be. I don't know how far Enderman can see. So if there's an Endermite for him to chase, like, you know, dogs chasing a mechanical rabbit. I don't know how close they have to be before they can't, or, you know, in order to see it and react to it. I'm guessing anything spawning over there, for one thing, evaporates instantly. It just doesn't even try to exist. That's the middle, right? I'm gonna put that there. Put a couple of these. I brought extra ones just in case something goes magnificently wrong. Binky. Could have been doing this walking backward, it made more sense. Okay. Oh, and now that's not in a good place. Oh, you know what I want, and I don't have, but I can make, is a ladder. I gotta be able to get the hell back out of there. What did I do? Why the hell did I do that? Okay. Now, here's the... Oh, I need an escape route. Because I don't want to be near an Endermite for very long. Here's where it gets messy. Actually, don't do that. Do this and this. No, do this and this. Alright. So, now I throw these and try to get an Endermite to happen, and what the hell? I didn't touch anything. And attack me. That was not it. And every time I do this, I get a bit hurt, so that's why I'm not thrilled about this game. I mean, this tactic, this... The whole game is pretty cool, I like it. I think these things will... They'll spawn on a railroad track, right? Stop it! Oh. I had my thumb on the space bar and wasn't even pushing on it when that happened. It was weird. Feed me. we've used more than 20 of these now, so statistics say any second now. Yep. We're at 20 minutes. The thing is effectively built. Yeah, I could probably let that sink in, huh? So let's talk about why I'm not just hitting jump cut. You can actually see this in the first video, the first episode of this. I figured, okay, I'm going to do this. And you know, the beginning of a SkyBlock map is boring. It's a lot of sitting around and thumping stuff to get resources that you can use to expand what you're on. And my thinking was I would just, you know, manually jump cut while I was working. And then assemble the whole thing in Adobe Premiere. And what went wrong, you can even see the icon is still in the tray. Incidentally, there were things in the tray because the captureware I'm using, OBS, for whatever weird... Damn it. There, I got it. For whatever weird reason, doesn't, if I try to do this without, if I don't do monitor, if I do the whole, just the game, it tends to, I don't care. Why are you stuck? Uh-huh. Come to me, idiot. Okay, cool. So that's part of it. Now, let me think. Oh, that's not cool. I may have a slight problem. Okay, hang on, let me think. How far down does this go? Not very. Because he's now where I don't want him. That's nice. That's why I wanted extras. Wait. Yeah, just go there. Alright, are we gonna get this done, or... Tricky. Anyway. Why? You know, just get that out of there. I'm trying to think of effective ways to hit this guy that won't hurt me. Or, you know, will actually... I don't care if it hurts me, I just don't want to get knocked back. Like that. Oh, come here. I don't care. Stay. Alright, so that's handled now. Anyway. I might actually get this done in half an hour anyway. I did the first episode, had a bunch of... I want to be sure I know what I'm hitting, actually. Well, let me get rid of what I don't want, and that includes this thing. Okay. Get back up there so I can do this from the top down. Give me some glass. And, when I went to assemble everything I'd got into Premiere, I started up Premiere and it just crashed. It puked hard. It was weird. Try to restart it, and suddenly it wants me to register Premiere. And I've been using Premiere forever. I mean, since the 20th century. So, almost 20 years, if not entirely. I don't know what the problem was, but anyway, it was a version that was a couple years out of date now. It was CS or whatever, but it just wouldn't work no matter what I did. And I looked at, you know, I like Premiere fine. I'll look at the new, and the new version is this stupid subscription model that I'm just not going to play with. Because that means it doesn't work for anyone, whether you've paid for it and got a registry number or not. So I just gave up on Premiere, and now it's not in the tray anymore. Now, Light works. I can think of Lightwave, which is CG software I use, which is a little like 3D Studio, but actually good. And that's... Lightworks is this. It works. It's freeware. I found freeware that people liked. Okay, we'll take that. And it works pretty well, like, for freeware. It's a little ambitious for what it really is. It's a bit clunky. Anyway, it turns out that, well, it's not like a demo version. It won't export to MPEG-4 at anything higher than 1280 by 720. Which is kind of okay in Minecraft, because, I mean, wow, behold the pixel density. But at the same time, you know, and then the stuff in the lower corner where it says it's now August the 6th, it starts looking like someone sneezed on it. So when I compile it, when there's jump cuts, there's also, oh, torches. There's fuzziness, and it's probably acceptable. I mean, at this point, even now, the majority of Minecraft-y Let's Plays are probably 720 at best. But I'm playing it in 1920 by 1080, so if I just upload straight what I've recorded, it'll be nice and crisp. If I compile it first, it'll be sneezed on. So now I could just upgrade Lightworks to its Pro version that lets me export HD, real HD. But it's like $500, and again, it's not bad for freeware, but $500 for what it actually is, and the ability to export what I actually recorded. It sounds peachy, but it's really not worth that kind of money. Although I think Premiere is still more than that. Okay, what? Ah, they've arrived. Yeah, nuts. I may need more of these at some point. But mostly they're falling in, and that's cool. Good enough for me. I'll take it. Hi. Are you gonna give me stuff? Okay. I guess not everyone gives me one. And then I could make that... I could go back up and expand the perimeter. I just don't know how far they'll travel to chase an Endermite. But, I know they'll travel this far to do it. Well, probably, unless there's some lurking on the edge. Are you gonna get him? What's wrong with you? I'm starting to wonder if I put that together wrong. They're not catching on it, are they? Well, he didn't. So I guess not. No, I'm gonna call that a bit of a success. And then I'm going to go home because we're at half an hour. Without jump cuts, so it's in HD. Cool, huh? Meanwhile, join us next time. I have no idea what I want to do next. I considered this kind of optional. It just seemed like something I could build that would, if I want a whole bunch of ender pearls, I can stand right there and get them now. I assume that endermite will hold up. I mean, I named it. They can't technically reach it without falling down. And I don't think they'll... I think it'll just stay there forever now that it's a pet. Named Binky. Please get up. I have no idea what the hell the next episode's going to be about. I have just really run out of stuff that sounds particularly worth doing. There's little things I could play with and expand on, but as far as accomplishing... You know, and as always, there's just no... There's no little book saying do these things. Build this grinder or that farm. No one cares. So, you know, I've got a house. That would have been on the list. Probably got to close that. I might as well mention this. I don't think I have. Something else I did while in the downtime over the last 36 hours. I expanded this out, filled this thing in. It's a fairly meager start. It's just although getting the stuff under there was less than easy. There's a bunch of... Go back this far and try to thump it in anyway. But that was just bugging me every time I saw it. Still got the snow machine here that is boring. I don't need snow for anything. I've got... I mentioned last time, I think, that... Seriously, sheep? What the hell? That, there's just no way to get rabbits. No practical way. I would have to, yeah, nether my way to, somewhere far away and set up some grass for animals to spawn on and kill everything that wasn't a rabbit until I had 2 rabbits. And then maybe breed those up to have 64 rabbit meats to turn into Chester. And it's just, I don't want rabbits. What am I going to do with them? I've already got animals. It would give me an egg that I didn't use that I would say, look, I got it. But again, there's no checklist. I don't know if the intent here is to get one of each. I'm never going to get an Enderman egg. I can get an Endermite egg, but who wants one? I got one the hard way that hurt a lot, which reminds me I probably need some... I think I might be out of food, too. Yeah. Well, I'll go down and kill a couple of mushroom cows to get that back. I don't know what there's left to really do. Oh, at this point I think I'm cooking nothing. Well, I was cooking rocks. I figured I might make more of those stone bricks. I kind of dig those. You know, the sorting system does what it does, which isn't a lot because it's still all jammed up. You're going the wrong way. Damn you. Go. And, yeah, I could build onto the house, but I'm okay with the way the house looks up here. I think, you know, again, I probably could add more little accents out of quartz, which I should... No, it's over here. I should have some quartz in here. These. But, you know, if it just looks like this, I think it's okay. It's a modern house. It's meant to be not tremendously attractive or remotely symmetrical or anything. Got all the trees I was ever going to get. Got all of the foods. Got every animal that's not a... If I wanted horses, it would take me 2 minutes. I could do that right now. I just don't care. Why would I have a horse? Where would I ever put the horse? Travel through the nether? Can you even get a horse into the... If you spawn a horse in the nether, does it explode or something? I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, a couple of things that I've said that I ought to mention while I'm thinking about it right now. We're over time anyway. One, about quartz. It is not, in fact, the most experience points of anything you could hit short of the dragon. It's the most of any block. I think. If I even have that right. But yeah, obviously smacking, which I ought to do, smacking blazes and getting like 20 points out of them gets me more than smacking quartz. But since you have to wait for these guys to kind of grow back, quartz may be faster for a pickaxe, or if you have a normal pickaxe and then something else you're trying to grow back in a different in your left hand. I am digging the strength thing with the pyramid beacon. I can just smack these guys once without jumping, and it's kind of cool. What do I need here? Oh, come here. So I've got that. Wait, what happened to... Oh, because I ran out of food. Sorta. I'll go down and get more sometime. I'm not really concerned. So anyway, yeah, I don't know what the hell the next episode's going to be. I would say maybe a walkthrough, but I don't know how much you can walk through and look at. And besides, I kind of just did one. But, granting I'm not feeling up to doing it anytime soon anyway, and I've got some time to think and maybe even play with stuff off camera and whatever. For now, I'm seriously not feeling well. I'm gonna sleep all day. So, I'll figure out what to do next time and see you then. Bye.